How many of them are hearing the news today say Nnamdi Kanu court say his feet health-wise, say health they okay for him to stand trial. So they are going ahead with the trial. Let me break it down. Normally, if government arrests a person, they go carry the person go court. It's two things. It's either the court grant the person bail, make the person they from his house go attend to the court case, or the court remand the person. Now, if court remands a person, they'll carry the person go for prison. So from prison, he will come court. But the court grant and bail, now from house to go for the court. For Nnamdi case, they're not going to grant and bail. And they're not going to carry and go to prison. DSS hold them all this while. So instead of until from prison, they come court, now DSS now they carry and go court. And they have been complaining that they're not treating him well in the DSS detention center. Last month of September, he called complaint saying not well, that he's not healthy enough to be standing trial. So his doctors ran check on him. They say he has pancreas issues, he get issue with his liver, he get tumor for under his armpits, and he's low. He has low potassium in his body, so he's not okay to stand trial. That's according to his doctors. DSS doctors in a lie, then to the check and say they're all right. How they won't do this one? DSS doctors say they're all right. His doctors say no, they're all right. So the courts called on the Nigerian Medical Association and told them to set up a committee to check on Nnamdi Kanu whether it's good enough to stand trial or not. Nigerian Medical Association now created a committee, they check on Nnamdi Kanu everything. So they went back to court today and told the court that yes, he got one or two issues with body, but they are not life-threatening, he can stand trial. So the court has said, okay, trial is going to continue. And the court has fixed October 23rd for trial. Now, they said he should set up his defense and close his case in 6 days. So between October 23rd to October 29th, we should be done with Nnamdi Kanu's case, according to the way that they talk. But are we really going to be done? That's the question we're asking. Because that Nnamdi Kanu case, if you look at one kind, federal government no one made that case end. Apparently, probably because they cannot link, they don't have enough to nail him, so that they find every avenue to take keep and dead. They can try this case for the next 10 years. They find every avenue to take keep and dead. This trial is going to happen on the 23rd. Showore and the people, they plan to do a nationwide marching on the 20th. That's 3 days before the trial. Show whether they recruit people. We go Barnes Plaza yesterday, they go market, they call on everybody. But he needs governors and senators. If he can get governors and senators to stand with him on this march, the country will shake tomorrow. What we're hearing, DSS even they plan to call off that protest. They plan to find one or two security challenges so they will use as excuse to just say the protest is not safe to happen in Nigeria, so therefore it is called off. But it's okay. Nnamdi Kanu will now prepare his final defense, and his trial is going to continue from on the 23rd of October. And then, lastly, his lawyer said they want to be able to talk to him in a building that is not DSS building, outside the DSS premises. So the court say, okay, when we do court here, now if he carry and go on corner, go and talk to him. One, I don't want to talk to him for DSS custody. They say because DSS might have planned one or two things in those rooms, so they want to get the discussion. We could meet at the which they want to talk. So the court say, okay, when I come court, when I carry and go here and for ask him questions, when I ask him any question, when I want to ask him, bro, now they can't try. Bro, guy has been in detention all these years. And you know, life is not fair. If you are in detention all these years, they can't say you are not guilty. You don't waste those years, you don't waste them.
Further, that Nnamdi Kanu be examined by the Nigerian Medical Association. That examination was never carried out, and the order was entered on 26th September and restated on 8th October. That part of the order was disobeyed. They never examined him. So the report is based on some informal meeting they held with Nnamdi Kanu as far back as 18th September at the DSS headquarters in Abuja. They were invited to do that by the DSS. The court and the DSS are not the same. So what we have in court, or what we were served in court today, quite frankly, we cannot be sure where it emanated from. Did it emanate from assumption, or did it emanate from the examination carried on or carried out on 18 September before the court entered an order on 26 September. So we were quite surprised, flummoxed, and we felt a bit disadvantaged, but the proceedings had to continue apace as the court wanted it. So at the end of the day, the court made a conclusion and a ruling that Nnamdi Kanu must enter his defense from the 24th of October and conclude his defense by the 30th of October. So basically, it's a 6-day trial window that we're looking at there.
So how fit is the defense now? How fit is the defense counsel, defense team particularly, entering the defense now? How ready are you guys?
Well, you see, lawyers are trained to be ready for any eventuality. But the justice of the matter is another case altogether. I choose not to comment on that.
So wait, we have to comment. Sorry, sir. This is a public document brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. And if you watch there, in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Nnamdi is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has all these particular issues, you now, in the last paragraph, to say that from your own distance, he can stand trial. Somebody that is passing through all these ailments. Having said that, too, go to make a consequential order. Say, please, go and examine him and report back to me. They never examine Nnamdi, only for them to come up with this report. Nigerian Medical Council, they should be very careful, because this is a professional body, and you are expected to act professionally. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a practicing lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, we obtained his specimen. We carried out this lab, and the lab showed this, and we are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash, and you want court to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go, and because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confer from our clients. It was when Nnamdi said, "What? We are the people that even gave Nnamdi this thing." When the court was about to sit, we are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town. And somebody that is exercising his rights as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, the Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Nnamdi today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. So has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no, because Nnamdi is an Igbo, and he feels that nobody can speak with him for him, and we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You do not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting. And you ask us to respond.